Well, welcome to an episode of Fishing for Beginners. Today we're going to try and learn how to set the hook on a fish and make sure that we have success when we get our bites. Now, the last thing that we want to do is end up like me and do this.
Oh my God, Josh, get him, get him, get him! Get him, Josh, get him! He's got him! You got him?
No, I missed.
So I'm going to try to explain this as best as I can without being physically in the field and having a fish bite. If you're fishing with something like a lure or maybe a spinner bait, anything like that that's in motion, you probably don't have to worry about this because the fish attacking it aggressively is most likely going to set the hook on the fish on their own. When it comes to bait fishing or still fishing, it can be kind of hard to determine when I should set the hook. So here's a few helpful tips to maximize your success. So if we look at the rod, we imagine that the rod is sitting still and it's fishing, right? And all of a sudden a fish starts to make this rod move. Okay, well, if the fish begins to make this rod move, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's time to set the hook. Now, as the rod bounces around, we can see that something's clearly playing with it. But what we really want to wait for is that rod to really load over and that fish start to go with the rod. But even that, from what you saw in the video earlier with me, right, the fish clearly had the rod and was taking off with it, but I still missed that fish. Well, the big mistake there was that when a fish is really starting to bite on the rod, we want to actually pick the rod up in our hands and we want to feel that fish hitting it and beginning to take off. And when he goes to do that take off is when we want to go ahead and set the hook. I really hope this helps you out in the field. I know that it can be a challenge as a beginner to just simply get that hook set in that fish so that you can catch that fish. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, definitely give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Heck, maybe you'll even go and hook that subscribe button for me. You could click that notification bell and it'll get you updates on all of my recent videos. Until next time, guys.